Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Rectified podcast. Today we're diving into one of the hottest and fastest growing categories in CPG, protein snacks. The global market is projected to reach over 8 to 10 billion in the next few years, and consumers are actively looking for protein on labels, even if they're not hitting the gym. But here's the thing, with high protein products popping up everywhere, from cereal to ice cream to chips, how do you actually stand out? Today's guest is Julian Hattem. He is the founder of Juju's Protein Snacks, a brand that decided to do protein differently, fun, playful, and totally unexpected. We'll talk about why he entered a crowded market, how he built a product people love, and what it takes to grow a CPG brand from scratch today. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy that we were finally able to do this because it's been a long time since last year.
It's been several weeks. We had a date planned, and I got super sick. And I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, you're the most welcome. Julien, let's get straight to the point.
Perfect.
Protein.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, the global protein snack market is projected to reach like $8 to $10 billion for the next few years, and it's growing around 8 to 10% annually. Consumers are always looking for protein nowadays, especially, with TikTok and all of these health gurus who are telling you that you should eat protein. So you don't have to be like the heavy lifter or the athlete, to check out your protein intake. And it's really a trend. What made you go into this industry?
So before going into this industry, I was a personal trainer. I had my own private gym. I did it for about 15 years. I trained pro athletes, everybody you could think of. And one thing of working with the regular Joes and Janes, I noticed that everybody struggles with their food and, more importantly, their snacks. They never know what to snack on, what to eat. And when they would go towards healthier options, nothing tastes good. Like, you don't have any healthy snacks that are healthy and taste good. You're always compromising taste because it's healthy. So towards the end of my career in the gym industry, I was starting to get fed up with the industry. I wanted something new. And it was when I was in a training camp with Jean-Pascal in Miami that I started seeing protein snacks, and a light bulb just lit up. And then when I came back, I just went full throttle into this new venture. I shut down the gym, sold all my equipment, and went 120% into this business, not knowing what I was doing, just because I believed in it, and I knew people were constantly looking for healthier alternatives, but that tasted good. And that's what we created with Juju's.
That's what I wanted to ask. Like, you come from the gym industry. You know how to work out and all the muscles and all of that, but you don't know food.
No.
And it's very difficult to navigate this industry. Like, first of all, how did you create this product?
So I just have the type of mentality, like when I started the gym, I had no idea how any of it worked. It was all new, but I have a good work ethic, and I knew that I would do whatever it takes to learn and become good at what I do. And then when I wanted to start this business, it was the same thing. I had no idea how anything worked, but I've always been a good student, and I was going to do whatever it takes to learn the industry and then start building a business that eventually becomes one of North America's best protein snacks company.
If you're enjoying this conversation and want to make sure you never miss an episode, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe. We cover stories, insights, and practical strategies from founders and product-based businesses that you won't hear anywhere else. If you know someone who's building a brand or thinking about starting one, share this episode with them. They'll thank you later. Back to the conversation with Julien. There's a lot of rules and regulations concerning food, especially here in Canada. It's very strict.
And it's very costly.
Yeah, it's very costly. And like, how did you find out about all this? Was it trial and error, or did you have somebody who can help you?
A lot of it at the beginning. So Juju started off as Juju's Donuts. So it was protein donuts. And then that started taking off really quick because the people finally had something that they could eat that tasted like a real donut, but that was a clean label and that was nutritious for them.
Yeah.
But then the challenge I saw with the donuts was there wasn't a shelf life. A donut is meant to be eaten fresh.
Daily.
After 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, it becomes dry still and not as pleasant. But at least when I launched the donuts, it allowed me to start learning the industry, how it works, the regulations, the permits, etc. And then through just asking the people what's missing on the market, what would be a snack that you would love to buy?
Yeah.
And cookie dough kept coming up. So for me, it was a no-brainer. Everybody wants edible, healthy cookie dough, and it's not on the market. And everybody as a kid would buy the Pittsburgh cookie dough, eat
The
it
bad
raw
ingredients.
instead of putting it in the oven.
That's true.
So there was a nostalgic effect to it also.
Yeah.
So then it was just start doing the R&D, do a lot of trial, do a lot of research, test formulations, eventually come with the recipe, and then you start branding the packaging and so on, and get it into retailers, and then you start building your roadmap to scaling.
Yeah. So this is
That one's salted caramel.
This is one of the cookie doughs, but you
Yeah.
also have the other ones that are cubes.
So we recently came out with the new product, which is a freeze-dried version of our product. So it turns it into basically little cookies. So by putting it in a machine that heats and freezes at the same time, it sucks out all the humidity, and it kind of dries the cookie dough to turn it into a cookie, and you have little bite-sized cookies.
I had actually last episode was a guest who does freeze-dried fruits and freeze-dried like chunks of yogurt with fruits. She's in Vancouver.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Jenny.
Yeah, exactly, and it's the same concept. There's the freeze-dried market is growing at a speed we've never seen, and the main reason is that it brings you shelf stability. And in the economy that we're in, food that perishes is becoming, people are gravitating less to it because obviously, as we know, we live in a harder economic time. People are tighter on their budget, so they don't want to have something that's going to expire in 6 weeks, 8 weeks. And the beauty of freeze drying, it gives you a 18 to 24 month shelf life. So people could buy, have it, peace of mind. It's a healthy snack. It's nutritious.
Keep it in your pantry.
Exactly. Even with the freeze-dried fruits, it's the same thing. Usually you buy strawberries, a couple of days, you didn't eat them, they're gone. Now you have them. Obviously, it's a different texture, but you have them for 18 months, which is unheard of in the fruit world.
So we're going to do a taste test. Charles, you know him from the previous episode. Would you like to come and try this one? I'm going to move away.
Did I move... Yes. 1 sec, sorry. Is it better?
A bit to the left. A bit more. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Perfect. So we have... salted caramel.
Yeah, nice.
It's hidden in there.
It's really hidden. 1 sec. Yep. Okay, that's the spoon. Got it. Right, let's test it. So we got, which one is this? The
Salted caramel.
salted caramel. Yeah,
What is it?
very good. It's really not too sweet. And like it has the texture of the cookie dough, as we said. So what's the protein in is it just a protein powder mixed?
Yeah, it's
to it?
we isolate the protein powder.
Okay, nice.
Would you be able to tell there's protein inside?
Not necessarily like
Yeah.
it's like when I mix the Greek, the Greek yogurt with my protein. So really cool. Yeah, very tasty.
Greek yogurt?
Yeah, of course.
I just imagine.
Yeah, you could put that in a Greek yogurt. You could crumble it on top.
Yeah. That's it. Any other thing you want me to try, Sandy?
Go ahead, try the boucher.
The boucher. Okay, let's try. We tried this. Maybe
That one's a double chocolate.
let's try the double chocolate. So it's really, really dry.
Yeah, that's
Don't know if we hear it, Shadi. Okay. ASMR.
Oh,
Oh, very crunchy.
crispy.
So it's like little cookie bites filled with protein. What's fun about the freeze dried is the taste really starts going up and up and up as you start chewing. It starts light, and then there's just a ramp up of taste.
I feel like doing an experiment where you just leave it in the mouth and like let the
The saliva.
make a paste out of it. But really cool.
So our cookie dough is refrigerated, and then our freeze-dried version is shelf stable.
Just in case they want to find it, this is in the fridge, and that one is on the shelf.
Exactly.
So it's this is all very interesting, and I kind of like when I see these, I imagine like there's a lot of sugar in it because it says cookie dough. You know what I mean? So in our minds, it's like all the sugars and all the stuff, and here you're saying it's keto.
Yeah.
It means there's not a lot of sugar in it,
Exactly.
not a lot of carbs.
Exactly.
Proteins, 24 grams it says, which is great for the whole cup.
Exactly.
Okay. So how do you make this, basically?
So basically, when I formulated this, it was basically with my trainer brain. So I wanted it to be something that me as a trainer would recommend to my clients when I was in the industry.
Yeah.
And so the ingredients had to be clean and the macros had to be good. Because all the snacks on the market, there's always compromises somewhere. You
There's
either
always
have
sugar, basically.
exactly
Every time
sugar,
I look.
synthetic, it doesn't taste good, the macros aren't good. So for me, when I formulated it, the macros had to be great, the ingredients had to be clean, and it really had to be a product that I believe in as a trainer, and that I would recommend my clients to eat every single day. So when I chose the ingredients, everything was handpicked carefully to give good taste, to give shelf life, to give a nice texture, and to have a clean label. I didn't want any synthetic inside. I wanted it to be natural. I wanted it to be high in protein.
Yeah,
low in
24
carbs.
grams is a lot.
24 grams. It's like a protein shake.
Yeah.
But as cookie dough, we don't use refined sugars. We use honey to sweeten, and we use monk fruit as well, which is very rare these days. And it's probably in my opinion, the best sweetener because it comes from an extract of fruit. So it's as natural as can be.
So it's, as we know, like we already said, protein is trendy. So you hopped on a trend, sort of. But did you have that in mind? Did you say, "Oh my God, protein is trendy. Let's hop on the trend"?
It wasn't the way I saw it. It wasn't that protein was trendy. It's that people are becoming more health conscious. People are looking for healthier alternatives, and then the number one macronutrient that's the most important for everyone, whether it's kids, male, female, adults, young, older, it's protein. It's the foundation to health. So with people going towards a more health conscious approach and protein finally being recognized as the most important macronutrient, it only makes sense that it starts gravitating towards that. I've been saying it for the past, 20 years that if you want to be healthy, it's not just about physique, but if you want to be healthy and you want to thrive, you need protein in your diet. Everybody undereats protein, and you always see it when somebody gets sick. They lose a lot of weight because it's all their muscle mass that they're losing to try to fight off the infection.
And the elderly also, like older people, the first thing they do is like lose the muscles and
exactly. So if you want to live a good life and a long life in good condition and not be forced to be in a bed and taken care of, your muscle mass is everything. And every time we talk about muscle mass, people always think of being a bodybuilder. But it's really not that. It's just for longevity and being healthy. And for the first time, society is really gearing towards a more health conscious approach. And they're finally starting to become more aware that protein is really important. And it's the one thing you need to eat more of that all of us doesn't eat enough of.
Yeah, so true. When I look at your products, I see that they're really fun. Like the colors are fun, and it just brings joy to see like all the pinks and the bright blue and all of that. How did you decide that this is the way to go? Because, protein and it's more like there's always specific colors that go, you know, if you pick up a jar of whey protein, it's always the same color and all of that. And you went to a completely different
Yeah. So when we picked the colors, the first thing was we have to analyze the market.
Yeah.
Because we were a refrigerated product, what does the fridge look like? And how do we stand out?
Yeah.
Because if you go with the typical colors, white, black, red, you're fitting in.
Yeah, the fridge is not colorful.
No, and
sure.
even the products in the fridge, they're all the same. So we needed specific colors that are eye-catching and that make us fit out so that people recognize us in the fridge versus having us just blend in.
Yeah.
And then the colors we chose, they're just fun colors that you don't generally see in the fridge. So we stand out a lot more. It makes it's a fun packaging. It's appealing.
Yeah.
So I think it was a big plus for us to really have something that just stands out from the ordinary, that's bright, that's fun, that's colorful, versus just fitting in with everybody else.
So that's the first thing you did to stand out from all the competition with protein, because nowadays it's like protein popcorn, protein water, protein everything.
Yeah.
What else are you doing to attract the right people to your brand? I'm doing something new this year. Every month, I'll be hosting a live 90-minute online workshop designed specifically for product-based businesses. Each workshop will focus on one topic that actually moves the needle for product founders, things like growth, positioning, pricing, and scaling without burning out. If you want to be invited to these sessions, join the waitlist. I'll email you each month with the upcoming topic and all the details. You can sign up through the link in the episode description.
I mean, it all comes to, in the society we live in now, you need to catch their attention within 2 seconds. And then once you have them, usually they're going to catch the attention of the packaging, and then they're going to go straight to the back. And they're going to start reading the ingredients.
Yes.
So you need a strong hook that's going to catch their eye. So we have the colors and the 24 grams of protein.
grams, true.
So that catches attention right away. And then when they go to the back and start reading the labels, well, it's a clean label. So then they become supporters of the brand and they endorse the brand and they love it.
Yeah.
But it all starts with how are you going to grab their attention?
The first thing I do, it's true, that I look at the sugar because every time it's sort of misleading. Some brands are doing it like, I look, oh my God, 20 grams of protein. This is so cool. And then I look at it and it's like, I don't know, a lot of sugar. And now I'm seeing here it's like 3 grams on the big...
So
which is amazing.
Per serving for a cookie dough, there's 3 grams of sugar in the whole tub, which basically comes from honey and chocolate chips. So for a serving of 60 grams, only 3 grams of sugar, it's nothing. It's unheard of.
Yeah.
You've never seen something like this in the industry, and having such high protein, and each container has 2 grams of fiber. It only gives us 8 net grams of carbs per container. You've never seen a snack this volatile, this clean, with macros of this magnitude.
I kind of like the whole vibe, to tell you the truth. However, the CPG market is very difficult. Like many brands fail the first year or the first 2 years. What are you doing, and how important it is to have a founder who's like persistent, you know, like I really want to do this no matter what. I'm sure you had some issues, which is normal. We've had
a lot of challenges. But the key is, especially in the CPG market, is you need a good team.
Yeah.
And I've been very fortunate to have a great team behind me that believes in the product. And that's the first thing, is you got to believe in your product. You got to have a great team behind you. And then you need to understand just business in general.
Yeah.
Because a lot of CPGs, they go in and they don't understand their margins. And if you don't understand your margins and then you start scaling, you're going to start bleeding everywhere, and then you're going down the rabbit hole.
Especially if you're going into stores.
Exactly.
That's a whole other game.
Having a product is one thing, but when you take the product aside, at the end of the day, it's business. And when you look at the businesses that succeed, is they have proper plan, they have proper team in place, and they have margins. You need to understand your margins. You need to know your numbers. If your margins don't make sense, and then you go scale into a big retail chain and they order 50,000 units, that 50,000 units, if your margins aren't what they're supposed to be, could bankrupt you.
Yeah.
So if you don't have proper foundations at the beginning, a proper plan, you're gonna spiral out of control and really fast, because it's a very costly industry.
Yeah.
It's an industry that's all about pennies. If you could save 3 cents per unit, it's incredible.
Yeah, especially with volume, if you're selling a volume.
Exactly. And if you underestimate your margins and don't give them the right attention, as soon as you get a big order, you're going to be losing money on the order, and then you start spiraling out of control.
Speaking of orders, who was your first client?
My first client was Popeye supplements.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
We got into all the Quebec stores and Maritimes in September of 2024.
Okay.
And then right after, we were fortunate to have Shop Santé call us. They brought us in, and it's been incredible since. And then we had Metro call us. And
so they called you, or you go and pitch for someone who's like new at this, or is planning to do something similar, or like.
So normally how it works, you have to do the pitching.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But you said call us, so I'm like.
We were extremely fortunate that we were getting called because of the movement we were creating with the product. There was a quick buzz that started, that a lot of people were talking about it. So we were approached by great retailers, and we were fortunate.
How did they find you? Do you know?
We already had a relation with Popeyes. I had went to them. They were the first one to take it to market. And then with Shop Santé, we already had a relationship from the past. So when they saw that we had the cookie dough and it hit the market, they wanted to bring it in. So they called me in. We went to explain them how the product works, the costing, everything. They loved it. They rolled it out in all their stores. Momentum started really fast. And then that led us to Metro hearing about us.
Yeah.
And then Metro went on our website. They sent us an email, just like a regular person would.
Yeah,
saying,
this doesn't happen.
This never happens. This is extremely rare.
Yeah, I know.
And they told it was the national director. He was interested in bringing our product in across the board. So we were all shook, because they never call you. Usually you get a broker,
you get
you get a broker or a distributor, and you pitch, and then eventually they give you a shot. So they brought the email. We got on the call with them. They were super excited about the product, and then back and forth for a couple months, and then they brought us in across all their Quebec stores, and we launched in August of 2025.
Pretty cool. Next up, Costco, huh?
Yeah, eventually we have. We're launching now in a Super C next week.
Oh, cool.
So there's a Super C that's coming up, and then we're gonna continue working one account at a time, one opportunity at a time.
Amazing.
You gotta go smart. You can't go too fast, because you could shoot yourself in the foot. So we're going, one opportunity at a time, and we're really happy with the response that people have had given, because that's really all it comes down to: is, are people gonna adopt the product? Are they gonna make it part of their lifestyle? Are they gonna use it every single day? Are they gonna support the brand? Because without them, there's no Jujus.
I know.
So we've been extremely fortunate that people love the product. They keep buying the product. They use it in their everyday life. They give it to their kids. So we've been super fortunate.
I think it's fun for kids too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gluten free. I'm sure it doesn't have all the allergens, that kids are afraid of, and it's cookie dough.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a fun snack that, whether you're an adult, a kid, a teenager, everybody loves it.
Yeah. And the cups are refrigerated, so how are you managing that? Because it's a challenge to ship refrigerated products and, go to maybe shelf life at Metro. How long does it last?
So for a customer like Metro, it's a lot easier, because when you ship it to them, it's in a big refrigerated truck. We ship it straight to their warehouse. They keep it in their refrigerated section. They have the whole refrigerated supply chain already. So for them, it's a lot easier. For everybody else, it's more challenging in the sense that you need to insulate the boxes. You need to keep them at a certain temperature throughout transport. Fortunately, transport is only 24 hours, so you ship it today, you get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you have to keep it in a temperature-controlled box so that when it arrives the next day, it hasn't gone to 40 degrees on a July day.
Yeah.
So in the summer months, it's more challenging, it's more time consuming, it's more costly because of the installation. But fortunately, 8 months out of the year, it's a lot easier to ship.
Yeah, we live in Canada.
Because it's cold all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And do you sell them also direct to consumer? Like if somebody wants to buy?
Yeah, we do a little bit off our website. It hasn't been our main focus point.
Yeah.
We've really been focused on our retailers and supporting them and giving them a lot of support and push throughout the past year and a half. We've been fortunate to have a lot of success with them, so we haven't had the time to really devote anything to online. And when things are going good, you don't want to do everything at the same time and start missing out and compromising in certain places.
Maybe the freeze-dried ones, it's easier to
The
ship.
freeze-dried it's a new technology that just launched 2 months ago. What's good about it is it's shelf stable. So it's a lot easier to ship, manufacture. You have 18 months shelf life. So it's a completely different field in the industry. But at least one thing we've noticed is when it comes to snacking, when it's a refrigerated snack, the first thing the consumer thinks of is, shoot, I got to leave it in the fridge. I can't carry it with me.
Yes.
So we do, our product is stable room temperature for up to 5 days. But in the subconscious, the consumer sees a snack in the fridge.
Yeah.
It's got to stay in the fridge. So they buy it less for snacks versus the freeze-dried. It's on the shelf. So now people could keep it in their gym bag, in their purse, in their car, at their office. They can leave them everywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's just shelf-stable.
Road trip in the summer, not now. In the summer.
Exactly. So it brings in a lot more versatility to the brand and a different option. It's a completely different product, even though it's the same ingredients, same macros. So it brings in just a different type of snack, which is a nice complement to the cookie dough.
If you're building a product-based brand, you don't have to do it alone. The Scale Partner community is a free space where founders connect, exchange ideas, and support each other. Inside, you'll find workshops, honest conversations about growth, and people who truly get the journey. Join us for free at community.rectified.co/scale partner. When you sold your gym and stopped working as a trainer and you decided to go here, did you fund this yourself, or did you get
we have partners that invested in the business. Initially, it started off just me.
Okay.
And then as things were scaling, we needed a lot more capital to follow the curve of the growth. So I was fortunate to build a great team of partners to invest in the business that believed in the product.
Okay.
Is it's one thing to build a team that is just going to invest.
Yeah.
But it's another to have a team that's going to invest and that believes in the product.
Yeah.
Because now we could all sit at the same table and brainstorm and figure out which direction is best to grow the business.
Exactly.
So it's when you have a product that has a proof of concept and that is good, it's very easy to find investors, but they might not necessarily believe in the product.
True.
And
They just give you the money.
Exactly. And then they're just looking at the numbers. And in the CPG world, things take time. It's very costly. It takes time. It's not going to be an overnight success. You're going to continuously build year after year, but it takes a lot of time. So you need a team of partners that's going to believe in the product, that understands business, and that knows that the first year might not be nice financially, but it's gonna get there. It's gonna balance out as the opportunities keep coming in and as the brand keeps growing.
Yeah.
So I was very fortunate to build a great team around me that believes in the product, that pushes the product, and they're at the end of the day they're consumers of the product. They have it in their everyday life. They have their kids eating it. So that's the beauty of building a team that really has belief.
That's amazing. Tell me about challenges.
Oh.
Did you have bad product? Did you have bad package? I don't know. There's always some story in the CPG world.
If we go back to when it was the donuts, the donuts was a whirlwind of challenges because of the shelf life. So there was a lot of challenges where the shelf life was a problem. And then when you're manufacturing it, because it's a product that needs to rise and keep its texture, and when you're going in natural ingredients, it's not always simple. You could be doing the exact same formulation, and then from one mix to another, nothing's working anymore.
Yeah.
And you still have an order to pump out for like the next day.
Exactly.
So there was times where I was up till 2, 3, 4 in the morning trying to figure out what the hell's going on, because there's an order that needs to leave tomorrow night. And this isn't working anymore. Everything's rising and collapsing, and we have pancakes instead of donuts.
Oh my God.
So there was tons of challenges with the donuts. And then with the cookie dough, there was I had more experience, so it was starting to be a little bit easier. You understood things a little better. So you kind of knew how to do less mistakes and have a smoother transition. But there's always surprises that come at some point. Like we've had earlier on in the cookie dough where we had a mix where our dry mix wasn't mixed properly, where our manufacturer that mixes our dry mix had put a wrong ratio of the ingredients, which changed the whole texture completely. And when you're mixing it, you don't really see those things. It's only after you've frozen it and shipped it out that you start seeing it. So then you got to kind of deal with that. And every time there's a mistake, you need to know where it came from so it doesn't happen again. So then it's a whole ordeal where you're trying to figure out what went wrong.
Yeah.
You're trying to recreate the mistake so you could know exactly where it's coming from and who needs to be more accountable and careful with the portioning of things to avoid those mistakes. But every mistake has a solution, and you always have to just be in solution mode. And as long as you're always in solution mode, you'll figure it out.
Yeah. How important it is to keep your calm as a founder.
It's very important.
Are you able to do that?
Yeah, like one of the good things, one of my traits is I never lose my temper.
Okay, that's good.
Because when you act with the emotions, you're not being rational.
Yeah.
And this is a business. It's a business at the end of the day. So you always need to put your feelings aside and always think with a clear head and do a smart business decision.
Yeah.
If you go based off emotions, you would have probably fired everybody.
I know, but sometimes it gets difficult. Like as an entrepreneur or as a founder of a brand, sometimes you don't know if you're going to get paid. You don't know if you're going to be able to pay your suppliers. There's also delays in the payments and all of that. So there's a lot of things to manage, and sometimes you just can't avoid, the stress that comes from all of that. Yeah,
that's why it comes down. Like from what I've learned over the years, a lot of people try to do everything.
Yeah.
They try to be a one-man show, and they don't want to invest too much in an accountant. They don't want to spend the right amount into their finances and making sure they have a clean accounting. One of the most important things is our accountant is always up to date every single month. Do I enjoy doing the accounting every month? No. But it's a key to knowing what the business is like.
Yeah.
What type of payables are coming up? What's your receivables? How's the business structure? How are we doing financially? Do we need to go get more money? Are we okay? So once you have proper accounting, you could plan accordingly. And then we always have a lot of receivables coming in, and nobody likes it, but it's part of the business.
Exactly.
But if you have good accounting and you have a lot of receivables in, and you project that you're going to start being tight financially, you could always go get a loan against those receivables.
You'll be okay.
Exactly, to make up for the payables and the things that are coming.
Yeah.
So having clean accounting and organized accounting is really what allows you to scale properly and have a much clearer mind throughout the whole journey.
Speaking of delegating, I see that you do a lot of fun stuff on your social media account. Do you do it yourself or do you have people who help you?
We have, so my brother, who's a partner in the business, is a social media expert.
Okay.
So he takes care of operating the whole social media, making it fun, making it entertaining. I can't stand social media. It's not my world. I've never resonated with it. I don't love it. So that's where the importance of delegating and having a team behind you.
Yeah.
You can't love every sphere in the industry. So I'm fortunate to have him that takes on the whole social media bracket.
Yeah.
And
What is your role in the company?
So I do pretty much everything,
Okay.
except for the social media. So
Yeah.
you oversee the production, you go get new clients, new accounts, you manage the current accounts, deal with all the suppliers, the packaging, the innovations that are going to come out, the accounting,
Yeah.
everything that's part.
That's not social media.
Exactly. And even the social media, we work as a team.
Yeah.
Because I still know the industry very well. So we're going to brainstorm ideas. Let's focus on this more. Let's go do tastings in a mall. So we're still going to sit down and pitch ideas together, but then he's going to take care of the management of finding where we go, building the scripts, finding the videographer, and then we book the locations, and then
Yeah.
we take off.
I mean, you have a fun product. I have, like, I'm pretty sure you can do a lot of fun things with the product that you have. And also it's trendy. So there is a high probability that it will, get a lot of views and interest from social media. So this is pretty cool. What would you tell someone who wants to start in the CPG world and has no idea about what to do?
It's going to be hard. It's going to be a lot harder than they think, but the bigger the dream, the more important the team.
Okay.
So if you want to do it by yourself, you're dreaming. You're not gonna last.
But what if they can't? Like they have a little bit of money, they want to try something out.
You gotta. It depends how big you want to take it.
Yeah.
If you have big ambitions, if you want to start in the CPG and just be a small local brand, then you're gonna be fine by yourself.
Yeah.
But if you have big ambitions and you want to go to the big retailers, like over the years since we've launched, we've had to hire consultants to help us with our metro accounts.
Yeah.
We've had to hire reps to go into the store. So it becomes very costly, very fast.
Yeah.
And you need, like one of our partners, Etienne, he's been in this CPG before. He built a mocktail company from scratch and it had a lot of success. So he was in it and had a lot of experience. So he was able to bring in a lot of expertise for us and guide us around which direction we go, where our focus should go, who we should be hiring to make sure we have success. So if you have big ambitions, you're going to need a team, whether it's through partners or employees. You're going to need a team. You can't do everything alone. If you want to be a small local brick and mortar brand, then you'll be fine, but you're going to be limited to that.
Yeah.
If you want to scale and become a national product, it's impossible to do without a team.
So conclusion, surround yourself with a group of people who can help you.
And the right people. Don't just jump in with anybody. Take your time to build the right team, do your due diligence, make sure it's the right fit, and that when things get tough, that they don't just want to jump ship and get out of there.
Yeah.
Because that's the important thing is when everything is going great, everybody's happy. But then when the challenges start and the business gets tight financially, well, that's where you're going to see their true colors. So you want to make sure you're building a team that really believes in the product and that's going to stand by you when things get tough, because it's the nature of the business. And CPG, especially as a startup, it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows at the beginning. It takes time. It takes a lot of work. Yeah. But if you have the right team, you could go very far. Yeah.
We always say that it's not an expensive product. So if you want to make millions of dollars, you have to sell a lot.
Well, exactly.
And that takes a lot of so many things.
Yeah, it's all about volume.
Yes.
When you're selling a product, like our retail for our cookie dough is $4.
Yeah.
So when you're
Which is
selling
nothing.
it's nothing. You're making pennies every time. So it's a volume game.
Yeah.
But in order to get to the big volume, because we have the challenge that our product is so unique and innovative, there's no co-packers that do it. So we
Yeah.
had to have our own manufacturing plant, but that's costly. And then to have your own manufacturing, you need consultants that take care of all your permits every month. That costs a lot of money. They take care of all the paperwork. They make sure the testing gets done. So just that alone is very
So
costly.
let's break it down to people who are listening to this. This is a $4 retail, but you don't sell it for $4 to Metro or whatever store.
Yeah.
Okay, we're saying Metro because
Yeah.
that's the one we talked about. So there's also a cut.
Yeah, so Metro needs to make money.
Metro needs to make money, and then you have all the costs that you just mentioned. So
Then you have
mainly
your-
you're left with barely
You're-
anything.
Exactly. It goes very fast. And at the beginning, you don't have a lot of clients. We're fortunate that we have great customers,
Yeah.
but it's still not a lot of clients. We need to
Yes.
continue growing to be able to absorb all the overhead, because you have your rent, you have your monthly permits just to be allowed to manufacture. Then you have your business consultants to manage your big accounts, and you have your store reps that go in the store and make sure the merchandising is good and that there's inventory. So the costs add up very fast at the beginning. But then once you start adding new accounts, then eventually it balances out. But it's a volume game. You need to go for the volume so that you could absorb all the costs that are associated with it.
Yeah. Very difficult. Honestly, I don't know how you guys do it. Every time I talk to a CPG founder or I work with the CPG founder, I'm like, how do you make any money? You know, there's nothing left.
It's all volume.
Yeah.
Because at some point, your overhead costs are capped off. They're fixed.
Yeah.
So then you need to keep increasing the volume so that it becomes to a point where it absorbs all of it, and then eventually there's left with a profit. But it takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of investment. And the key is, if you're gonna launch a product, try not to have a product that no co-packers can manufacture.
Like you guys.
Exactly. We were obliged to build our own factory because it was such a unique product, and it's a fresh product that nobody has the machinery to manufacture. They all would have to buy it, and then if they have to buy machinery, their MOQs are going to be very high. So it didn't make any sense. But when you have a product that could be co-packed, then it minimizes. You don't have rent, you don't need the permits. So that takes off a big chunk of your overhead because you're outsourcing everything.
Yeah. Also, you don't have to make sure everything's working correctly because
it's the co-packer's job,
yeah.
and there's warranties that they assure you quality of the product. If there isn't, they take it back, they absorb it. So it's a lot safer and easier route when you have a co-packer. But if you want to have an innovative product, then you got to do it in-house.
Yeah, you're going for something that's very new and different. So chances are you won't find someone who can make that for you.
Exactly.
So what is one last thing you tell other founders who are watching or listening?
It all comes down to belief. If you believe in your product, sky's the limit. There, especially in the society that we live in, you have people that sell rocks because they believe that it's a very special, unique, expensive rock. So as long as you have belief in your product and you have a plan and the right team, there's anything you could accomplish. Like, I started Juju's with zero experience in the food industry. I came from a training background, but I had belief, and I knew I had something that was special, and I just had to go through the motions of learning how the business works and going step by step. If you try to sprint before you crawled, something bad's gonna happen.
I love that.
So you have to go step by step, brick by brick, and really have a plan, but focus on the moment. And then slowly you'll be able to build and scale at a rapid pace down the line.
Yeah.
But it all comes down to you got to believe in your product, and then build a great team that supports the product around you. and then have a plan and take relentless action every single day.
Perfect. Thank you, Julien, for being a guest on the podcast.
Thank you.
To all the listeners, I'll be back next week with a new episode.